right now.
It's fun.
It's fine.
This one's 2001.
You're almost there. Come on. And we're live. Welcome to Out of the Draft Podcast. This is all of our fellow people. I should say panel, right? We're technically a panel. I shouldn't say people. Yes, we're a panel. My name, of course, Dylan. And you can go ahead and proceed your name.
Mitchell, as always.
Stat boy.
All right, and welcome. Thomas isn't with us this week. He had some family things come up. I guess I don't really know, but
Here.
all the good wishes to him, and hopefully everything's okay. And well, we'll give his picks as well when we go into that. Just want to start off. How was y'all's week so far?
Week's been
Tiring.
good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get men that work on a podcast. We just have no energy at 10 o'clock.
9:14.
Okay, I'm sorry. Central. It's fine. Don't worry. Anyways, we'll just go right into the weekend of Texas and Stanford, since we could. We had SRX first week.
Yep.
We'll roll into NASCAR first, then we'll get into SRX. I feel like the first race this weekend was the truck race. Like me and Mitch talked about before here, we didn't really watch it. Stat Boy, did you watch any of it?
No.
I was out boating.
I know that it was really hard to pass from what I saw because I only watched like the last 50 laps of the race, but I knew that Chase and John Hunter was trading off the lead every sequence or stage or whatever it looked like. By the way, John Hunter is doing something that Larson's doing in the Cup Series, but because Larson's doing that, it's getting overlooked because John Hunter is really dominating the Truck Series right now as we speak.
Yeah. That's his fourth win of the season.
It's super impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a career reset, but just think about he was at
The opportunities he can have
front
now.
row motorsports last year in the Cup Series, running probably 25th to 30th every week. So, contending race wins with Almirola, So, so I mean, just think if Almirola went to the Truck Series, what he could do.
To John Hunter's credit, though, I believe he did score a couple top tens.
No, he
which
did.
Which is amazing for that car.
He was actually running well enough to actually possibly get the rookie championship with Tyler Reddick and Custard for a little bit until Custard won, of course.
Guys. End of story then.
Yeah. Which personally, I don't think that should factor in. I think
it shouldn't.
It should be its own separate point system, but that's what's
absolutely. It really should. I mean, I think even with the win, it probably would have surpassed him ahead of them anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think Reddick and him would have definitely. Reddick and Custard
been closer.
Been closer.
Yeah.
But I think Custard still would have got it just because the 41 was actually fast at the end of the year.
Yeah, they were running pretty decent.
So.
But. Yeah, I hope that I don't know if it has been addressed, but I hope it will be in the future because, I mean, obviously they all want to go win, but the Rookie of the Year points shouldn't be dictated on a win. It should be points, just like anything else. But
it is
anyway.
I mean, just think about the 2000 rookie class. When Dale Jr. and Matt Kenseth was rookies. I mean, Dale Jr. won 3 races his rookie season. But Matt Kenseth won once.
Once, I think once, yeah.
And then he won the rookie championship. Sorry, I got a nostril thing going on. Sorry. He won it because of his consistency throughout the year.
Absolutely.
And I think that's just how it is, and that's honestly how rookies learn and become veterans, right? I think that's
right.
It's not about winning races. It's about being consistent and actually performing. There's a difference.
Absolutely. It is a huge difference. And not only, something to learn as a rookie, but if you can learn that skill to be consistent, that will set you up so much further going into your career in terms of running for a championship. Because we all know you can win 10 races, but if you finish 35th in 27 of them, then what do those 10 races even mean?
Yep.
Nothing. Well, in this format, you could be the champion, but
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Still, Amarillo
Not wrong.
2021 championship. Watch out, guys.
If that happens, I'm gonna cry.
anyway, back to trucks.
Yeah, back to the truck series though. I know the last pit sequence, Chase Elliott pitted right when the window opened to make it to the end of the race. John Hunter knew that he was behind him, and he couldn't pass because of how the errors worked at Texas with the truck race. Honestly, the truck race was the worst race this weekend, and usually that don't happen like that.
Usually they're second. Usually
second, sometimes first, depending on what happens at the end of the race, right?
Right.
And then, but because John Hunter stayed out and he had cleaner air every lap, because the tires really didn't fall off, he actually surpassed Chase and ended up leading the rest of the way with 10 to go or whatever it was.
Right.
So congrats to John Hunter being a Cup champion. That's awesome. That just shows he's
skill.
He's not just there. He's there.
Right, and I know Busch has run other races and he has beat Busch twice this season, I believe.
Yeah.
But it just shows he's beaten Busch twice this season, and now Elliott, if John Hunter continues his path and continues to go into top 5-star rides, he will be a force to be reckoned with in the future. He's talented as hell, which we already knew, but
I mean, go ahead.
I'm glad that he took a step back because I know he was eager. I mean, I'm sure they all are eager to go up to Cup Series and run, but obviously, he stated himself he wants to win. He ain't here to run around 30th, and that's why he went back. And he landed probably one of the best opportunities that he could have.
Yep. And I think, he's running now 3 Joe Gibbs Racing Cup or Xfinity races this year. He assigned,
really? I didn't know that.
He just assigned that for doing the playoffs. He's running 3 races as well.
Do you know what tracks? Has that been released?
It has. I don't remember personally.
Yeah.
It released 2 weeks ago, so I don't remember kind of where to look for it, to be honest, at this point.
Right.
But I know that kind of puts him in a different wheelhouse now because, Daniel Hemrick kind of did the same thing, right? He stepped back from Cup racing and went straight to Xfinity with Joe Gibbs Racing, and that's a really good.
Well, last season it was actually with Junior, but yeah.
Well, yeah. But I think this is a better opportunity because he can race full time and run for the championship. So
right.
He still hasn't got that win, which is.
I think he's going to get it this season. He's looked really strong this year, man.
He every time he wins 2 stages, something stupid happens to him. It could be speeding on pit road, which is his fault, right? Or it could be a caution with 10 to go and he has to pit and 10 guys don't, and then they end up winning the race.
Right.
It's just unlucky. He's just not lucky at all.
Right. Whenever I think of Daniel Hemrick, or actually, no, I'm actually thinking of not Daniel Hemrick. I'm thinking of Brian Scott. He is honestly in the same boat. I think he had mad talent, but he just didn't get lucky. But going down a rabbit hole. I remember a Richmond race, I think 2011 or 12, something like that. Brian Scott dominated, led. I think Richmond Xfinity run 200 laps, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
I think he led the first 175 and led 185 total, and then Hamlin stole the win. I was like, bro, that's some luck right there, man.
Wow.
Let's see.
But
no, yeah, Daniel Hemrick. He's got a good opportunity on his hands as well.
Yeah. Since now we're talking about Xfinity, we can go ahead and talk about that race. Kyle Busch. I didn't watch it again. I really didn't.
I missed it. Yeah.
I saw the last 15 laps, and it was Kyle Busch show.
That's about all I saw as well.
That's what I heard it was because he actually started deep in the
field. In the back.
Yeah. And
because of the points, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
The way, because it's a different driver from last week, so They have
Oh, okay.
yeah, they had to like start him further back because of the way they do qualifying, you know.
Right.
But he started further in the back and he made his way up into the top 5. But I think like 20 laps in stage 1, which that's
Not
ridiculous.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
But and then he just led a bunch of it. I knew Justin Allgaier was kind of close to him for a run. I think when I clicked, when
Yeah,
I turned it
he
on,
actually. I think if it wasn't for that last caution, I think he was going to win the race because I believe, like I said, I didn't see pretty much any of it, but they had said that Justin Allgaier had been better than him on the long run, and he had already had the lead at that point and was kind of inching away. But
yeah,
who knows?
the moment that I turned on the race was for about 10 laps. Justin Allgaier ended up he caught Kyle Busch and passed.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I look at the details like later, and Kyle Busch just won, which that is his 99th career win in Xfinity. So one more.
Said he'd retire when he got 100.
He said he'll retire when he gets 100, and he's
That's
racing
not happening.
this weekend.
I hope he doesn't, man. God, I hope he doesn't.
So
Like-
he came out with a statement this week about it because
Did he?
Yeah, Bob Pockrass was asking him, "Hey, you're under 99th win. If you get it this year, will you race with them next year?" And he goes, "Technically, I will race and do whatever Joe asked me to do for sponsorship. I only really run the series just to gain sponsorship for the team, and so if he needs me to run 5 races next year, I will do it."
Yes.
And
He'll be out there.
and he'll be out there, right?
I'm glad.
He goes, I may not run all 5 anymore, though. He said, I may just go down to 3 races, right? 3 races that I'm not comfortable with and I need to get better for the Cup race. That's the 3 races I'll run. But other than that, I don't.
He's won everywhere. What
Yeah.
track aren't you comfortable with yet, Kyle?
I would guess the new tracks.
I guess, yeah.
But we haven't. Well, the new schedule should come out probably next month. Now that I think about
pretty
it.
soon, yeah.
Yeah. Because with the new car, they should have a different market, and so we could gain a new track or two because of it.
Yeah.
But I think they want to wait till we run all the road courses and the new tracks that we have this year to see what really
What they want to drop.
Yeah. Because I think we'll still gain back, half of the mile and a half that we still have. So I don't think we'll run 7 road courses next year. I think this.
I don't either. I think they're gonna go to like 5 max.
Yeah, I just don't see them wanting 7 road courses. Because
That's a lot.
personally, I don't. I want like maybe 4, and that's to me that's max. Because
Right.
4 divided by 36, that's 9% of the race. Sorry. Wait, that's
Sonoma, Watkins, Roval,
Coda. That's
yeah, I guess.
well, they'll probably drop the Roval actually. Now that because
I
You
hope.
think?
yeah,
I hate the
I
fucking
do
Roval.
think they will because
I think they get better races at real road courses than what
So,
they do at the Roval.
I think we'll keep Road America actually because
I agree.
because it's a really nice facility. We have to wait till that we watch how they race, but I think Road America is a market that has been wanting the Cup Series, and they finally got it this year, and so I think they're going to try to keep it because
I agree.
it's a really nice facility from what I've heard, and that track is in an area where no other track is. So and
Where's it at?
like Wisconsin area, Missouri type of.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
So
brings a lot. It brings a lot of fans out there as well
yeah.
because it'd be the closest track to them.
And a
So
lot
they're
of
gonna
Canadian
go.
fans go to that track as well.
Plymouth, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's in Wisconsin?
Yep.
Thank you. Awesome.
Going back to Xfinity and Kyle Busch real quick. I know I've stated this a bunch, but I hope Kyle races, man. I just don't. It's so weird saying this because 10 years ago I would be slapping myself in the face saying this, but I want to see him rack up as much as he can. He's literally a living legend. At the end of the day, win-wise could be considered the best.
Yeah.
Realistically, I don't want to see him just stop because he can. I mean, that's selfish as hell. because I'm sure he wants more family time and stuff. But at the same time, what is 5 races? You know,
Yeah.
it's. I hope he does 5 until he retires from Cup and then goes to trucks.
Yeah, I think he will actually. I think he will get that one season of trucks to get the championship.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be the first guy to win all 3.
I was talking to Thomas the other day,
Yeah.
a week or 2 ago, or Nick, I should say. I don't know what made me hit it, like register in my mind, but I was like, bro, what if Kevin retires and then goes to trucks and wins it first?
I could see that. Right?
Just because he's gonna retire quicker than Bush.
Yeah.
So I was like, what if he does it just to do it? I'll be like, bro, Bush would be pissed.
I think Bush got 8 to 10 more years, right? I think he'll be longer than most people. Actually, he's really
stay with JGR though.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be JGR till he retires.
I don't think Joe Gibbs wants to leave. I mean, he literally has put Joe Gibbs racing on the map, right? Because I don't think Denny Hamlin would be as good right now if Kyle Busch.
Not without Kyle being there, yeah, no.
And Truex, well, I honestly don't know where Truex would fit, and honestly, because I don't know who he is. I mean, 10 years ago, he was on the verge of just making the top 20.
Retirement. He's on the verge of retirement.
And then like he drives for Toyota, and then a different animal. Like I don't. Well, I mean, he did drive for Toyota for Michael Waltrip Racing,
previously, yeah. When Toyota, then Chevy, then back to Toyota, and the 78 switch. But
wherever that is, I don't know what changed, right? Like because when he drove for Michael Waltrip Racing, it wasn't like that team was bad because I mean Clint Boyer finished second in the points.
No, they were decent. I mean, Clint. I think technically Clint won the most races he won in like a short amount of time with Michael Waltrip. Everything else was a year and a half, 2 years apart, and more than that. But that ain't bad. And then on top of that, you had Brian Vickers win as well in that same time period.
And then
I think Mark Martin won as well. So they weren't bad.
He almost died too.
Who almost died?
Mark Martin.
You talking about that Michigan wreck? Michigan, right? Yeah.
Yes. Where he... Anyways, we're going to...
Punctured the fuel cell,
He legit...
That was nasty.
Right rear into the edge of a wall. That should...
Could you imagine if that was, like, the door of his car, though? I mean, I would expect that would hold up a lot better than where it hit because there's no roll cage where it hit, but... It still would have been a nasty lick, man.
I mean, 120 miles an hour and you hit a wall that's pointed. I don't know.
It'd be nasty.
I don't even want to test it.
No. He got lucky.
Might have been pierced.
We can go ahead and jump on to the Cup race since we're talking about Cup Series. Michael Waltrip Racing.
Yeah.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, shoot. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, so the All-Star Open was the first thing that was racing on Sunday, which is... Okay, so the All-Star race was at Texas. I wouldn't say it a lot, but I was like, I want to explain where we were at. So the All-Star race is at Texas, Motor Speedway. Eddie Gossages, is that how you say his last name? The owner of the track?
Gossages, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, long story short, thank goodness Sunday was his last weekend running that track.
Really?
Yeah. So he retired
Thank God.
the All Series. Can we just talk about one thing? Okay. Well, actually, we'll talk about the Open first, and then we'll talk about what I want to say about what he did was stupid. But the Open, the first stage was, I don't even know what to call it. Chaotic.
My favorite part was Cindric getting penalized on lap 2.
Oh my gosh.
I loved it.
Dude,
I'll take Christopher Bell saving the car.
Christopher Bell saves. That to me, I understand higher downforce, okay?
I'm not a nice dude, but
What was that?
What was that? Anyways, I understand like
Okay.
there's more downforce in the cars than there were in 2012, but that save was almost close as Kyle Busch's save in the Budweiser shootout in 2012. Like,
The Daytona, yeah.
yeah, dude, that I don't know, that was pretty close.
That was a nice save, that's for sure.
But we had a lot of wrecks in stage one. And
Yeah, we
Tyler
had
Reddick,
Bubba spin, Jones spin. That's all I wrote down. I don't know if there's more.
Jones into Daniel Suarez got him out for the day.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about. What the hell? How did I miss that?
When Jones spun, he like head-on impact with Daniel Suarez.
Oh, I didn't write that. All I put was Jones spun on the inside of Briscoe. I don't know why I didn't put the rest.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Reddick led almost every lap of stage one until we got to 2 to go of the stage. And then Ross Chastain, he is an animal.
He started in the rear.
He started in the rear because of the penalty of his crew chief. And his crew chief also was ejected.
Ejected.
Ejected
Ejected
from the race.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Out.
Dude was kicked out of the race.
Ejectocito.
Oh my gosh. And he was fined $25,000. Don't know what. They didn't really explain why. So
yeah, they didn't.
So that's always good when NASCAR isn't very vocal on why they penalize someone, right? He started from the rear. He flew through the front, and then just got on Reddick's door on the outside, which they weren't using at first because it was too hot, it was too slick to use the PJ1, which I want to get into that after this because the PJ1 is something I feel like we should all talk about. Anyways, so Ross Chastain got into there and just motored by Reddick and side drafted down the front stretch, going to 1 to go. On his door into 1, Reddick gets loose, can't hang on to it. Ross Chastain wins stage 1. Congratulations, Mitch. You picked stage 1 winner.
Stage 1.
Stage 2 kind of was really calm, actually, I think. And Reddick just flat out won it, right? I mean, that was it.
Yeah.
And then stage 3, since, the SHR guy, you can go ahead and explain what happened there.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, he only wins at non-point races. That's all he can do.
Hey,
that's it.
He has 2 more wins than Kevin Harvick this year. The Daytona Duels and the All-Star Open.
Well, at least Kevin's not sitting 30th in points.
I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, that's funny.
Shit.
I saw that meme on Twitter today, and I was like, oh, I should totally send that to Mitch. But I was like, I'll wait to the podcast.
And then fan vote was Matty D.
Which I was surprised, to be honest.
That was my pick for the fan vote.
Really? Did you?
I got 3 of the open picks correct.
I really thought if Bubba could make it in, I really thought he was gonna get the fan vote, and only because of I just really thought he was gonna get the fan vote. But I guess that just shows that the fans that he gained last year didn't really stick with him, right? If you just look at it, because Matty D, his fans aren't. I can tell I didn't pick him, right? Like
I didn't vote at all.
So
I used to.
I voted for Timmy Hill just for the fun of it.
Imagine.
Just imagine if Timmy Hill would have won the fan vote and literally just got 3 laps down in stage 1 of the All-Star.
Like a wall trip.
A 15-lap race, and he gets 3 laps down. But yeah, I picked Ross Chastain stage 1, Tyler Reddick stage 2, and then Bubba Wallace stage 3, that was a long shot. I knew better than that.
Well, honestly, if he didn't get crashed, I think he would have been a contender, right? Like, because
probably, maybe, but
I think he would have finished better than what he did, right? Like, I don't think he would have. I mean, he finished 6th, so
right.
And I don't know who was in front of him, to be honest. But that was pretty much the open. We got into the All-Star race. The pre-race ceremonies was very interesting. When they were doing the pace laps before the race to start the race, Eddie decided to get his buddy Sammy to do a concert.
I hated that.
Dude,
Bro, I was like, what the hell is going on?
what? Why is that needed in the sport?
No, that was retarded. Excuse my phrase. I hated it.
I mean, it
I
was
hated
stupid. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen by any track. Like who says, you know what? We're gonna forget talking about the race right before we go green, and talking about like pit strategy, the format, or anything that could have possibly happened throughout the race. Nah, we're gonna let this old guy sing up top here.
I cannot believe Fox let that. I mean, I know the track kind of does what it wants, but I can't believe Fox let it happen. I would have tuned that shit out and talked about the race. I mean, for real though, it was stupid. It didn't make any sense. They're like, oh yeah, we're chilling, normal race day, and then they're like, oh, concert in the stands as they're taking the one to go. I was
It made us look
what?
so stupid. It doesn't make us look professional at all. I understand
No,
the All-Star race is supposed to be for fun. Get it?
Right.
I mean,
It was
Fox Sports this year has made every race a joke, right? Like
Yeah.
they giggle in the booth, like they say weird.
Gordon.
They would say weird random shit for no reason. Like Gordon was like, I don't know, three times in a race he would just be like, "Oh, did that really happen? Remember when you wrecked me, Clint?" And like for no reason, like.
I mean, you put Clint in the booth, something's gonna happen.
See, and that's the problem though, is Clint's great, but Clint brings out a weird side in Jeff.
I think it's awkward.
Yeah.
I think he just feels awkward in the booth with him.
I agree. It brings out a weird side. He seems awkward, and I feel like that's why he keeps bringing that up and joking about it. Maybe Gordon doesn't like Boyer, like truly. I mean, that could be it. Maybe they really don't like each other, so they're having to put on this facade, and Gordon can't handle it.
Yeah, I mean,
which actually wouldn't be surprised why all this random ass talk. I mean, we knew this stuff was going to happen with Hendrick eventually, but I didn't see Gordon going to run Hendrick next year. I didn't see that happening.
No, I didn't see him leaving the Fox booth for until Fox got done, right?
Exactly. So maybe that's all it is. Maybe Gordon just can't handle it. And he's like, yo, I can't work with this dude for whatever reasons. But who knows? We're just throwing freaking theories out there now. But
but the All-Star race itself, honestly, it was okay. For a Texas race, I think it was better than last year's All-Star race, if I'm going to be honest with you. And that was
I
at
didn't even
Bristol.
see last year. Yeah, I didn't see last year's. So I saw the end, but that was about it.
I still think it was a little bit more exciting than that. I love the format that we did though. I really loved.
I hated it.
So here's my thing, right? I loved the fact that we gimmicked the shit out of that race. Because I am all for the All-Star race being a complete joke. Because
I agree, but I didn't like the format. I think if you're gonna invert the field, invert the whole thing. Don't invert 8 to 12.
okay,
That don't make sense.
I agree to that.
Or 1 to 12, not 8 to 12.
Well,
but
I guess that would kind of be like,
Old school.
well, yeah, like realistically, you wouldn't know where to start, right? So like you're racing not to just finish last, so you can get first.
Right.
So
Right.
like the questioning to who was gonna flip flop, I think that was kind of cool for the stage to be meaningful to pass, but also for stage 5 to start and you get your average point, like your average finish throughout the first 4 rounds, so you just didn't start last on purpose. Or you just
Well, I think even if you inverted the entire field, simply just doing the averages gets rid of the fact of trying to start last. I mean, yeah, if you finish last, you're starting up front. It's a cool benefit.
yeah.
But if you just in theory, you take Almirola, he wins his way in, he finishes last stage one, he's gonna flip flop to the front. There ain't no fucking way he's staying in first stage two,
Right.
So, and I feel like that's where the averages would still overpower finishing last. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's all playing around and stuff with it and seeing what works best. But I personally didn't like the format. I like the inversions. I just think it needs to be full field inversion if you're going to inversion. I didn't like the. Let's see. Is it going to be 1 through 9th inversion or 1 through 12, 1 through 10? That's throwing.
I agree with that.
Just random shit out there. Like, oh, let's just do whatever the hell we want, just because we can spin a wheel.
I'm cool with inversions, like, all the way through, though. Like, so what you're saying, like, I'm cool with, like, the
Absolutely.
whole field. So, like, stage 1, 15 laps. I think any track, 15 laps, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, unless it's at a short track, right? Like, a mile and a half is
Right.
perfect. But short track, probably 25.
Yeah.
I think you can get through the field in 25 laps,
Yeah. If you're, Larson or whatever, you just finish first, you flip flop, start last.
I
You can get through the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I really did like, the inversions of, I like the average finish. Like, that's where you start for the 5th stage, and then having a green flag pit stop. That was awesome. I think we should keep that because that was like a mixture of like the early 2000s All-Star race and the 2014 All-Star race where like, if you finish first in stage 1, you start first. If you finish first in stage 2, you start second. It kind of like did that, but it got rid of the whole fact of if you win the first stage, you know where you're going to start, so you just sandbag the rest.
Follow the right.
Yeah, so it kind of just it made both of those All-Star races better with the way this format did. And I was cool with a 10-lap shootout for the last stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it needs to be. I mean, honestly, any track, no more than 10 laps. Even Bristol, Richmond, no more than 10 laps.
Yeah,
let them fight it out. But yeah, I mean, Larson won Heat 1.
Yeah,
they were calling it Heats, right? Heats, freaking weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Heat 1, yeah. Chastain drove to 9th and 15 laps.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Random note I got.
Heat 2 was Blaney, right?
Yep, Blaney wins Heat 2. Also, after Heat 1, it was the top 12 were inverted.
Okay, cool.
Blaney wins Heat 2. Heat 3, full inversion. Bowman wins it.
Mm-hmm.
Then top 9 inverted. Then going into Heat 4, Byron wins.
Chase, right? Yeah.
Byron wins Heat 4. Heat 5, Chase wins the race, but not only that, Chase
fastest pit stop too.
Fastest pit stop as well.
Fastest pit stop, yep.
$100,000 bonus
for the team, which is nice. I think we should talk about Larson's move for a second because he planned out what he was gonna do. Mm-hmm. He said,
no doubt.
Even at the end of the race, he said, I hoped that Chase got slowed down out of 2 by the second place guy. I planned on that happening. And so I was going to push him and then push him into the corner and then go right to his outside quarter.
He wasn't expecting that.
He wasn't expecting to stick. He was like, I'm going to just do it. Like,
Well, I meant Chase wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, that too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, no one was going to go up there. No
one had been up there the whole night. No one knew if it would work.
Right. And then Larson just did it. And then, they got side by side. Turn 1, they were still side by side. Turn 2, they were side drafting off of each other down the back. Turn 3, Chase. He was
for some reason
just straight up went to the bottom and just was trying to cut him off, right? Like, I mean, that's the only way you're going to pass with this package is you got to get up there when you're clear. And then Larson, somehow they weren't clear. Like, he was clear for like a tenth of a second. And then Larson just motored on by. And then, of course, when they got up and slowed each other down, Brad made a 3 wide pass down the front stretch. He was clear for a second as well. And then Larson just motored on by. I don't know. I don't get it. His speed is incredible. It's like there's something different. Like,
he's the best young driver in the field.
No doubt.
I mean, it's just,
Easily.
when a team is clicking, it's gonna click, right? I mean, it's just.
He's also not even that young anymore.
Yeah, right. He's 27, 28.
28. Isn't Hendrick like 28, 26, 24, 22, something like that?
Yes.
Byron's older than that, I thought.
No, Byron's like 22.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he's really young if you think about it. Because, I mean, Logano didn't start winning races until he was 25. Or no, I'm sorry. That's a stupid fact.
I was going to say he's definitely the youngest.
He's 23 now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying, like, when Logano went to Penske, he was 23 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's when he really started winning races. So.
Right.
But congrats to Larson. We can go right on in to SRX because that happened this weekend as well. On the
SRX, man.
Regular CBS channel. Congrats to them. The broadcast was Alan Bestwick. Love that man. I heard his voice for the start of the race. I did not watch it, but when they posted the video of him saying, "We're coming to the green," just hearing his voice again was just so nostalgic to me.
He's such a good announcer.
Yes.
He really is.
Danica is okay, but she did not do her homework for this race. I heard.
Oh no, no, not at all.
She didn't do it when she was racing. What did you expect?
She was all over the place the whole broadcast. I mean, she wasn't bad because I don't recall ever hearing her broadcast before. I think she did a couple pit road things for Fox, or
she did a lot of IndyCar broadcasts. It was really good.
Okay,
yeah.
Was it okay? Well,
like
she was all right.
Indy 500 broadcast that she done, awesome. Like she because she knew the information, she just didn't.
Right. See, and that's what I'm worried about is, to my knowledge, she don't know shit about dirt, so I don't know how that's gonna go. Like, yeah, the short paved tracks, she could probably get by, but dirt, I don't know about that, man. She's not gonna know what the hell to say.
No.
Like they're gonna be ripping the bottom, and she's gonna be like, "They're looking for the cushion." But this cushion is 30 feet that way.
Look, they're searching around for grip. 2 lanes up.
Oh man,
Literally in the middle of the track.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's gonna be like. I guess we'll see. But just a quick thing: the pace car driver for SRX is Johnny Benson. I thought that was just an interesting thing. That's pretty cool.
That's actually a really interesting fact.
Yeah, so he's out there pacing the field.
Broadcast?
Yeah, at some point. Yeah. Did you happen to see the pace car?
I didn't.
It was interesting, man.
Yeah,
It literally looked like a PT Cruiser. I don't know if that's what it was because I didn't really pay attention. But just imagine a PT Cruiser wrapped with Christmas lights. Under caution, it was, I don't remember the colors, but say under caution, they were red. And then when they take the white flat or the one to go, it was like red, white, and blue lights that were flashing on. It was freaking weird. But
so they predicted the winner is what you're telling me?
The part that was cool about it was it made you feel like you were watching a short local track race. Like, it literally felt like I was down in New Smyrna watching these guys race just because of all these little tiny things that they had doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if they would have had a fucking Camaro out there, it wouldn't have felt the same versus having this low quality pace car. It really felt like a short track, a local short track, that is. But on to the race itself, though. It was good. I really enjoyed it. We had 2 technically heat races. They were 50 laps, right? 50 laps, I believe.
15 minutes.
Or 15 minutes. That's right. 15 minutes. It was all right. They're not necessarily needed. They're pretty much stage races labeled as heat races because it didn't mean nothing. It had nothing to do with positioning for the final race. It just you get points. So it's basically stages, which is cool. I love stages personally. I also kind of like the fact that it was labeled 15 minutes. I don't know if that'll necessarily change from track to track, but I felt like 15 minutes was a good time for like we said earlier with the short track for like all-star races. Kind of, what'd you say? 25 laps for like if they did an all-star race at like Richmond or whatever.
Yeah,
that'd probably be that one. 15 minutes. That'd be less technically, but right around there, I guess.
So they do a time limit, right? And then they add 2 laps after the time limit's up. Is that how they do it?
When the time limit is up, they come around and take the white.
Yes, that's what I mean, right? Like, because like they finish that lap and then take the white.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it was good stuff. The cars, I was really worried about. I didn't know how they were going to drive. I'm sure that's how a lot of people felt. I loved it, man. Did you get to see any of it, Stat Boy?
I saw highlights here and there, but I didn't watch it.
I watched the whole thing, minute to minute. Cars race great. I was really worried about that. I didn't know how they were going to drive. I didn't know if they were going to pass, this and that. It really looked like they were really having to work the wheel, really, quote unquote, putting it in the driver's hands, I guess, especially for a short track. It was good, man. I really enjoyed it. They surpassed my expectations for the race. So,
well, that's good because their ratings was pretty decent for their first premier race. They also got 1 million viewers.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think to fix it for next season, I think they need to promote the series a lot better. Oh, wait, you didn't get into who won yet, so I'll let you say that, and then I'll say what I have to say.
I guess I'll hurry up then.
Well,
long story short, you're right. Long story short, Michael Waltrip made a good move to the lead. I don't remember what the move was, but I got a note for it. Also, who won the first heat?
Biffle.
I don't know if I got that. Biffle. Oh, that's right. Biffle was fast, man. Yeah, Biffle won the first heat. Michael Waltrip pretty much led all of heat 2, but the local boy who was racing came out and stole heat 2. That's a good end to it, too. He ended up passing him like 1-2 to go, something like that.
The 3-wide dive bomb.
Yeah. Oh, that was Mario Andretti. Oh, bro, that was awesome. I don't remember who he dive bombed, but Mario Andretti made a 3-wide
Tony and the hometown boy, I think.
No, I don't think it was them. I think they were ahead of that.
I'm looking at it.
Because I think it was actually Michael Waltrip on the outside, because I believe they wrecked because of it. Yeah, well, we saw that 3-wide dive bomb. I mean, they were freaking racing. Michael Waltrip ended up wrecking.
What's new?
I believe it was no. Well, yeah, he wrecked. But what I'm saying is he wrecked Willie T. Ribs, I believe his name.
Yeah,
something like that.
The one guy, yeah.
Yeah, is that his name though? Am I saying that right?
Willie T. Ribs, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He ended up wrecking. I believe it was. Oh no, I'm sorry, it wasn't him. It was Man, it was a white guy.
Paul Tracy?
Paul Tracy, yeah. How did you just know that? The whole field besides Willie T. Ribs is, well, not the whole field, but most of them are white, and you just knew I was talking about Paul Tracy.
He's the only white guy on there. So.
He really is. Oh, you're right.
I knew I was right. I sent it to you.
I want to hear that voice, like, when I go to sleep.
That next one.
But no,
wide for the lead.
Yeah, so the local boy ended up taking heat too, and then the local boy also drove his way to the front again because I think he restarted like I don't know. I think well, I guess first. I guess for the first or for the third heat. I don't remember, but strategy and pitting and so on. Oh, I forgot about that. Was that during the heats or was it just after the heats? They ended up pitting, coming down pit road. They weren't live, but they were allowed to make adjustments. Basically, they couldn't change tires, but it was almost like an intermission, and I loved it because they dropped the window nets and they were doing interviews straight up right there in the car, like almost like a rain delay type of style.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, come down pit road. What kind of adjustments you need, and we're gonna talk to you. I think that was good, kind of heads up playing for CBS themselves. I thought that was just a cool little thing to add for the scheduling to, be able to become more a part of the fan and see what's going on in their heads mid freaking race. But, yeah, the local boy ends up coming home and wins the race. So it was a good race. I really enjoyed it though. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. Because I'm actually gonna go watch that one.
Yeah.
Wait, like you're going?
No, I can't make it to Knoxville and then come back.
You should, man. You're just down the street, bro.
No, it's Knoxville, Iowa.
Oh, it's Knoxville, Iowa?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
thing.
I didn't know. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah,
There's also Knoxville, Kentucky.
Well,
I didn't know they were
I'll
in
be
Knoxville,
Nashville,
Iowa.
So, at that point,
Which one is trucks racing at then? Is it the Iowa?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I see Knoxville. I think Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah, because if y'all didn't know, by the way, if you're watching, I'm going to Nashville this weekend. So I will be down there all weekend, which will be nice. I will only see the Cup race because I'm going to have some fun on Saturday.
Nashville Boulevard.
Like bar hopping
Okay.
type of person. But like I said, with the SRX, like they did 1 million viewers for the first race. I kind of want to see where they are in the second race before I can really judge them. But
I agree.
because there is really no. So if you're a young viewer, right, and that's where you gain the most views with our age. Okay, we
Right.
understand the nostalgia of racing and who raced beforehand and all that stuff. We appreciate it, but other people that just got into racing and motorsports, they're not going to.
Right.
So,
They're wondering who the hell all these old people are.
correct.
Realistically.
So I
Minus 2 people.
yeah. I think we need to. I think they need to provide more information on the drivers, and like
Absolutely.
and like. Well, Alan will do a good job with this, but I think they need to implement it itself. Like, so let's say if Paul Tracy takes the lead, I'm gonna just name him for a reason. He'll explain like what he done and what he's accomplished, and so we can get to know the guy, right?
Right,
And
right, absolutely.
and
That would be huge.
Right, and I think they should do fun races after their season with all young guys. So like 24 cars, 12 young guys, and 12 of the veterans or the superstars, as they're calling it, right? And just flat out just go for 50 laps, no heats, no nothing, flat out 50 laps, and just make it entertaining as can be at your local short tracks. I think that would be really cool moving forward. But other than that, I just really want to see where they stack up viewership wise this weekend, because
Right.
I think that's where you're gonna see, oh my gosh, that they may be
Contenders.
contenders, right?
Right.
But I mean, obviously they'll never be cup contenders. They'll never even get up to that viewership at all.
No.
Because go ahead.
I do expect next week's viewership to be up dramatically, honestly. Mainly because, there is so many different motorsports out there, period,
Mhm.
And, just like us, I mean, I don't watch IndyCar or anything like that, but I still see ads and stuff for Indy. So, tons and tons and tons of people are seeing ads for this. And then, they run the race Saturday. In my opinion, it was a success. I did hear some negative things, but that was really about the track itself. They're basically saying they could have chosen a better track. I disagree. But anyway, I expect the viewership to be higher. I think dang near everyone in the motorsports world is probably going to be watching that Saturday night race.
So Saturday night races actually usually dip, right?
I know, because everyone's out racing themselves.
Right. So it's such a hard task to go and expect your motorsport to perform on Saturday nights.
Right.
But I think with it being on CBS, like a regular channel, I think that's really good for it.
Yeah, I think it will help it a lot.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just being on regular cable TV helps it tremendously right off the bat.
So like, just imagine if it was on FS1. I feel like it only get like 500 viewers, 500,000. That's what I was
1,000, right?
But that's all I had to say with SRX viewership. I can go right into Cup.
Trucks on FS1.
What are you talking
Okay. Okay.
I was trying
You
to
know,
tell that's where you were going.
about? No.
Just real quick though, back to SRX. I do like that idea that you were talking about though. Whenever someone makes pass for the lead and they go into their career and what they've accomplished, I think that's huge, and not only for new fans, but even for myself, because there's still 5-6 people I don't freaking know them. You know, I'm sure they've accomplished a lot because there's a reason that Stewart has chosen them to run a season. You know, they're at least some sort of quote unquote superstar, but. So I think that would be huge for them as well as the fans, the broadcasts themselves to just talk about them, especially with only being a 6-race season. That's crazy short. Short. But at the same time, there's 10 guys running for the championship, quote unquote. So that's two people a night that you can just touch on for 3 minutes. They need nothing. Yeah. I think that's a great idea, and I think they should start doing that.
And as well as, I think Cup should start doing that as well. Because,
absolutely.
So, remember back in the day where, Ryan Newman used to take the lead back in, 2003, okay? Right. And the play-by-play would explain, oh, man, he has won 23 poles within only 2 seasons of being in his career. He's only won this amount of races, and his best finish in the points so far is this. And explain his career, right? Because there's always going to be a new viewer watching.
Always.
I watch TV shows a lot, okay, but if there is no recap beforehand, I have no idea where the heck I'm at.
Right.
So if you don't recap someone professionally, so you know how they'll show stats on the bottom of the screen. On basketball or something like that, to me, that isn't useful, right?
Right.
Because you don't get to know the person. But when someone explains the career, it feels a different vibe. And you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I know that person personally.
Right.
Obviously, you don't feel that way, but it's a different aspect of that. I feel like that Fox and NBC should really start doing something like that.
Absolutely. And it don't even have to be anything extensive, It can just be something simple, Harvick, 2014 champion, taking the lead, or whatever, Austin Dillon, the 2019 Daytona 500 winner, passing for 10th,
18, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. But just simple little things like that can elevate the viewership a ton. Because, like you said, it makes you feel closer to them. It makes you feel like you know them versus them saying, Larson to the lead again.
Yeah,
it's just cool.
Honestly, explain the trials and tribulations that Larson has been through the last 2 years, right?
Right. Exactly.
I think I really don't know why that we don't touch on what he did.
I feel like they're scared to.
They're scared.
NBC might be different.
But I think it would be so awesome for the sport. Saying, like, this guy made a mistake.
He fucked up.
He messed it up. And
at this moment.
At this moment, he knew. No, but like, I feel like it would just be so nice to see what cancel culture would hate is someone coming back from a mistake, and that to me is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously people make mistakes every day, day in and day out. If you can't come back from that and be successful, then that's when you're a failure. But if you can come back from something like that, that's when you know that you're a true human being and not just some robot.
All right. And not only that, but in the career aspect of it, you're more successful than you've ever been anyway. Yeah. Because you came back from something like that, know?
Even if you never won a race.
Right. Absolutely. Just come back. It's simple as that. And in my opinion, I think that's why, like Jeremy Mayfield, I think, quote unquote, he succeeded when he did try to come back. Obviously, he wasn't going to land a freaking sponsor. Yeah. There ain't no way in hell he was going to. That's a whole different story. But it's just a cool thing to see. Just like when Kyle Busch broke his legs, come back, win the champion.
I mean, Coke was. I'm just kidding.
Huge. Coke. He wasn't on Coke. He was on meth.
I know, but I was trying to get like a Coke joke because like
the Coke joke. Drink. He was Coke family, yeah.
Yeah.
So Coke was slipping a little Coke in there.
Original recipe.
The original recipe, baby.
That's what I would have blamed if I was on Coke. Like, bro, it's
dude.
the Coke Coca-Cola's giving me. What you mean? That's the only thing I've been drinking.
Dude, I had this 1980s Coca-Cola bottle just sitting here. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Whatever you're saying.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, going back when I was trying to transfer the conversation to NASCAR ratings. No. And he goes, FS1 trucks. I was like, what? Like, I don't remember why you even said that. Why
trucks, FS1.
Wait, why did you think I was going there? I want to know.
If you were talking about FS1, so I was trying to transition it.
Well,
it was just so random.
Well, FS1, I was going to talk about FS1. FS1 earned a 1.64 rating and a 2.735 million viewers for Sunday's NASCAR All-Star race at Texas. That is 12% up from 2019, and that was the best expedition event since 2017.
Which was what, the All-Star race?
Yeah. So best expedition. That's also, but what's a shootout, duels race?
Right. I know.
Yeah. But. So that means that was the best since Dale Jr. left the sport. Okay, so if we think about that, I think because it was Sunday night, we also gained viewership. But I do believe that it was very marketed very well. I think they marketed it awesome. Like, they talked about it all season long. Like, hey, we're going to Texas. Hey, we're going to Texas this weekend. Hey, this would be Fox's last race. We're going to here. Like, we're like continue to explain that. And I think Fox did a good job marketing their races. But of course they didn't broadcast them that well. But they're how much they actually care about NASCAR, I feel like you can see how big it is, because they try so hard to make sure that their viewership is gaining. So that with our new contracts coming up in 2024, with like where our TV deals are going to go, I think Fox will stay. I just don't think they'll stay for 15 weeks. I think they'll go back to 10, back when they did the early 2000s. They'll go back to the first 10 weeks. I think we'll have 3 different deals. So back when, we had TNT.
CBS?
Yeah, I think CBS will come with Alan Bexley.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see it, man.
But I think it would go CBS for the playoffs. Okay, because the SRX will stay in the summer months, so you would have Fox up until the Coke 600, like we used to. Okay, after the Coke 600, it would probably be NBC, or maybe if we get a streaming service, we could get one of those, and that could be.
I hope not.
I don't know.
It's inevitable.
We're
I
eventually
know.
We're eventually gonna
I
get there.
know. I just.
I
It
think,
just means I probably got to freaking subscribe to it, and I don't want to do that.
but
I mean, if it's
NASCAR-
Sling, you can use mine.
right. I think NASCAR.
Well, if it's Sling, I'll probably use my parents. But sorry, anyway.
Well, I think NASCAR will make sure it's going to be a good, like, something good, right? Like,
It's not going to be some trash
Right.
shit. Yeah, it's going to be worth it. But
Yeah, I mean,
honestly-
heck, we could have Netflix. I mean,
Peacock TV.
I'd be down. Either. Well, then they're going to charge. Well,
Yeah.
I think they're already charging, aren't they?
Yeah.
Go to Netflix. I already have Netflix.
yeah,
Do that.
And Netflix is so good.
Amazon.
Amazon
It really is.
Amazon Video is pretty good too.
Just don't go to Hulu, please.
Hulu's awful. Hulu's not
Overrated.
It's not big enough.
Honestly, too. I mean, we talked about this a couple weeks ago now, 3, 4.
Yeah.
It'd be huge if they went to specifically Netflix. I mean, others as well, but Netflix. There's so many freaking people on Netflix around the world,
Like,
and if you got NASCAR popping up, the first.
live
knows if it
event, a
First,
live,
but if it was the first live event, bro, that is massive,
doesn't-
massive.
it doesn't matter what race it would be.
No,
People would actually turn it on
just because it's on.
because it says live event, and the way Netflix markets their
Yep.
new shows or whatever, it would be the first thing you see as soon as you turn on.
The first thing you see, absolutely, boom,
Yeah.
NASCAR,
Yeah.
racing Texas All Star Race, or whatever. Yeah, it'd be huge.
I think it'd be a good. I mean, just imagine 10 weeks with it, right? Okay.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, it's the summer months, which our viewership goes down anyways. So what's the point of even getting a TV deal? Because everyone's on vacation, everyone's doing anything. But if you have Netflix, Netflix is right on your cell phone. You do not have to worry about a TV deal. You can
That's
literally
true.
just go on your computer. You can watch it on your car rides while you're going on vacation. Perfect. It would literally line up perfect for eight weeks of the summer. So right after the 600, all the way to 15 races left of the regular season, and CBS takes over.
I would like that. Are you racing, Stat Boy?
No. I got tired of the blank background.
I would die if you raced in that view because I'm sure you're looking at something to see. But
No, me too. I'll do it.
oh god,
Go online, please.
you have to go online in that and don't turn around. But no, it would be huge for the sport. I mean, alone. But
I think it'd be
if
cool
that
to see.
were to happen, like with Netflix, I would expect Netflix's prices to rise a little bit because if they brought NASCAR, there'd be a whole bunch of other shit jumping on that, so the prices would rise, which is fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there's
but-
already so many channels or so many things on there. I don't know why it's
It's not. It's more expensive.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. There's
I-
endless shit. There's honestly, real quick, Stat Boy, look up how many hours of TV or watchable shit is on Netflix. I just want to know. I bet it's
Not
like
doing that.
100,000 hours of shit. Did you say you're not doing that?
No.
Oh.
No, I was talking
Damn.
about the NASCAR thing.
Oh, racing. what a loser. He can't handle it.
While he's looking that up, I think we should put our thoughts on the PJ1. So
I hate it.
So Dale Jr. said it best this weekend when he was talking about it on his podcast on the Dale Jr. Download. Because when he did the Ask Dale section of the podcast, so a guest asked, hey, what's your thoughts on the PJ1? Do you think it actually helps produce the racing? And his thoughts were literally what I've been saying. It ruins the track surface. So what he means by that, not like the track surface will get ruined itself after eventually being used, but
Mhm.
So if naturally the way the track aged at Texas, 3 and 4, we would be using the high side at this very moment.
Right.
Like the wall.
Right.
And now 1 and 2 is a different story because that's flat. But 3 and 4, we would have 4 lanes to run on. But now we only have 1.5 because of the PJ1.
What is it doing it that's basically kind of stopping it from aging?
So because of the grip that's on there, there's no reason to search around because of the
So it's just not wearing then.
yeah,
basically.
it's not making the track wear at all, and it's making the driver just run one lane because that is the grippiest lane on the track, so you can
Right.
put more horsepower or put less drag and more, and trim it out more, you know.
Right. Then it just becomes a momentum game.
Yeah.
Keep your momentum up, and
And
you're
then,
good.
then you can't pass, and so on and so forth. So Texas is a big one where, like, at this point, we should be running the wall with how old the track is. Because if you actually look at the track part, it was so gray this weekend. It was like,
Yeah, it really was.
like I've never seen it that way. But also, if you think of the old Texas, it was really gray until
Yeah. The repave.
until they got the repave, and so that means it's actually aging. So that's really good.
It is good, and I also assume, I hope anyway, that Texas is doing more things with the track than just NASCAR to not only wear the track, but also they're trying to make a living doing, running a freaking venue like that. But
Yeah.
so I'd hope they're doing more racing, which is also, I'm sure, helping the track age as well.
Yeah.
But compared to what NASCAR, the usage that we can do, I feel like that's probably the highest usage of the track that it has. But I hate the PJ1. It's great for like 2-3 tracks maybe, but 9 times, I would even say like 9.8 times out of 10, it just creates a one groove track because everyone wants to be in it because that's the fast lane. It's like the objective was to create 2 lanes, and a lot of times it just creates one new lane, and then that's it. And it's still the same shit, just in a different part of the track.
Yeah.
So
honestly, it's harder to pass because
yeah, exactly. It's even worse
because you have the momentum because you're getting to the gas faster because of how grippy it is.
Right.
If you were on the bottom lane, I mean, you could technically wear your tires out, so you're gonna have to be off the throttle more. So that means people are gonna get under you when you do that.
Yep.
So I just think we should get rid of it completely. So
I agree. It's served its purpose, I guess, for a little bit, and it's just not. It's not doing what it was meant to do.
No.
They're overusing it. They're thinking it's going to do one thing, and then it doesn't do exactly what they want it to do. It's just, it's not what we need. But
sorry, my back's hurting today too. That's pretty much all the notes that I have for this weekend.
Same.
Fun fact: GMS Racing just announced that they were moving to Cup today.
Cup racing, yeah.
For 2022. So that means for next year we're gonna have a stacked field. Okay.
Yep.
So we have Colleague, 1 car. We have
at least.
We have 2311. They said they're making 2 cars, no matter if they get a charter or not.
Yep.
Trackhouse did something on Twitter today that pretty much said that they're actually adding a car.
Great news.
Great news, because I think Trackhouse is about to be pretty decent.
They got the funding, and something's just clicking over there, man. I like what I'm seeing over there.
It's a Hendrick ECR engine, baby. That thing motors on the
That's what's clicking. It's clicking away.
You can just see it, bro. Like I mean, Chevy has always had the better engine. Like every track that they go to, they would always lose in the corner. like within the last 10 years, they have lost speed in the corner, but that's why they're so good at the super speedways and qualifying, is because they are generally faster. I can see it. You can just see it. But for the overall grip, that's where they were losing. But I think now Hendrick with Jack and Naus being the crew chief for not just one car but all four now.
It's amazing.
He has found some type of downforce that they were looking for the first 6 weeks with, I think, the 9 car, and that's why he struggled.
Not even the first 6 weeks. I would say the past 2 years. They've been searching for it, and they found it.
Yes. And like, I feel like they picked up something in the middle of the playoffs last year, right?
Yeah.
That was their first thing. Well, like, they were quick in the playoffs because no matter what chase/playoff format, we know that Elliott still would have won the championship. Just by the way, like, that's already been determined. Besides a long season thing, he would have won the championship with the 04 championship all the way up till now. But what's really crazy about that is he didn't really start winning speed, like winning speed, until like Kansas, I think. And then he had an issue at Kansas, but then like Texas he struggled with. He struggles at Texas, and that dude just sucks at Texas. Chase Elliott is ass at Texas. I will be the first person to say
Jesus Christ
that man can just not drive that track. I just don't know what it is. Sorry.
Wasn't that his first Xfinity win?
Yeah, but in the old configuration.
Sorry, what? I had a notification.
Yeah, but in the old configuration. So like
that's true.
When it was like
that's true.
When it took, I'm not gonna say when it took talent to drive,
actual skill,
but like
skill though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when it took like real racing instead of just running the second lane with PJ1.
Mm-hmm.
But go back to what I was saying on that point. The first time, I think that Chad Knaus is the key factor right now. I think, well, not only, plus you got the 4 youngest drivers in the field, quote unquote, right? The average of the youngest team in the whole series. With 4 great crew chiefs.
Everything's clicking.
I don't see where they're going to fall off anytime soon again.
I agree, and it is literally so mind-blowing to me because just a month ago we were saying how much they're about to suck.
Yes. We're eating our shit right now.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. We literally said going into Dover, they're going to be trash. And we're going into summer, I expect them to run top 15 max. Bro, they haven't stopped winning.
Dude, ever since Dover, they have not stopped winning. Even an all-star race.
It's mind-blowing. It's
I
mind-blowing.
know who started Dover off, right?
Huh? What?
Y'all know who started Dover off, right?
Oh, yeah, that 48 car.
Yeah. Trash.
Do
It should have been the
driver?
5 car.
what?
Oh, man, fuck you, all right?
SHR is going through that Hendrick phase now.
No, I think they went lower.
Honestly, though, you're not wrong. It's just Harvick is actually talented, so he's there.
He's carrying the team. It was like
he always has.
Congrats.
He has carried whatever team he's been on since 2001.
That's why people are gonna miss out on Harvick when he leaves the sport because they're not gonna appreciate this man until he leaves and realize, wow,
like damn, yeah,
because this guy was good.
Unless they hit on something fucking amazing at SHR, when Harvick leaves, it's gonna be a rough place to work. It's gonna be rough.
I think it'll go down to a 2-car operation eventually.
I could see it, and if that's the case, I think it would be Custer and Briscoe for at least a while till they drop whoever the lower one is. Which sadly, it's probably gonna be Custer, but who knows? Though I think they're honestly both right at the same talent level as of now. I think Briscoe's got a little bit of an edge on him because his dirt track history, but So I think whenever they go to the composite cars with the new bodies, I think that's going to benefit Custer a lot because it'll be a lot similar to the Xfinity, which he fucking killed.
Yeah, with him and
But
Briscoe may like just pop off, right? Because
yeah, for
like,
real. I mean, two years in a row, they both had 7+ wins.
yeah,
That says a lot, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
But
Um,
who knows?
we got Nashville this weekend. Y'all ready for this?
Can't wait. I'm
Dude.
so bummed though, man. I wanted to go so much. It sucks.
I'm not trying to be this guy, but I'm genuinely so happy that I am going because
I'm happy for you, man.
I feel like this is about to be a special weekend. Like we're about to, like I never get this sense of feeling, right?
I agree.
But I think this is gonna be a race that we're gonna remember. Like I hope that someone
I agree.
just punt someone for a win. I don't even care. I just
Oh,
wanna
bro,
see-
Michael
like-
McDowell.
like- Michael McDowell like shoving like Denny
Suarez.
Hamlin out.
dude, I'd lose my shit.
Bro, that'd be amazing. Any type of situation like that, even Matty D punting Denny Hamlin.
I don't think he'd punt Denny. He wouldn't do
Just
it.
punt Denny.
Dude, I was talking to my mom and Kylie this like when I was downstairs and talking about like what I want to happen on the last lap because it's a mile and a half but it races like a short track, right? So
Looks like same length as Dover or Darlington.
yeah, it's like 1.33 miles. So it's like
You know,
it literally races like a short track because of like the low banks but concrete. It's such an awesome track actually, if you think
Yeah.
about it. But so I was like, my dream, Truex in the lead. Chase Elliott catches him on the white flag, freaking spins his butt out. I said, I don't even care.
So reverse of Darlington last year.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't even care if Chase wrecked himself. As long as I see Truex in the wall, I would be.
and then it'll be his 5 coming around to take the win.
Oh my god.
I actually wanted to say something about Nashville. A couple weeks ago, a month, even maybe more, I got some misinformation on it. I don't know where I found it or what, and I truly thought it was true. But Kevin is not the actual final winner there. It is actually technically Carl Edwards.
Yeah.
He won the last 2, but then the most recent that's in the field would be Brad Keselowski and then Kevin Harvick. So just wanted to state that because I know I did say it on the podcast weeks ago now, but yeah, I don't know where I got that misinformation, but I truly believed it. I thought it was Kevin. Like I thought that was for years now. So I'm a little surprised, but
Talking about the PJ1, I know Thomas isn't here, but I knew his thoughts on it because me and him talked about it before our league race started on Monday. He actually likes the PJ1. He thinks it helps the racing. So that was his views on it. Obviously, I'm not even going to respond because he's not here, so we couldn't debate on it. But
Right.
I just want to go back and make sure that we know that his thoughts it actually helps. So
Right.
So just to let y'all viewers know. But are y'all ready for picks? I mean,
Hell yeah.
you got
Um,
any more news or anything?
not really.
I'm gonna search Twitter just for 1
Oh
second.
wait, I was muted earlier. Trackhouse having a second car. That's going to be how JRM gets into the sport for Cup
Oh, well, the stack field.
What?
I wasn't done with
or
that.
GMS.
So
Wait. What about? What'd you say about Junior? Junior? Is that what? Did you say that's without?
That's what's
Junior?
going to That's what's going to transfer him to Cup.
How?
no, I think he's actually.
I gotta find it.
I
I
think-
read
What
something.
is?
I think
Yeah,
Rick
what is that?
Royer Racing will go down to 1 car.
I
And
can
God.
see that.
because I think that Junior's about to buy a charter because there's more speculation every day about it because he
wants it.
I don't think he's ever wanted it, but now he sees where the sport is going.
Yeah, he wants it.
He wants to be involved because because obviously he's probably talked to all the drivers about who's racing the car and like who's tested the car out and like and their thoughts, right? And And to him, I bet she's like, okay, well, this is a chance where JRM doesn't need. Like, they think they can perform without help, type of thing.
Right.
Because it kind of races like the Xfinity car.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that's been the best racing for the last 4 years. So,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Plus, okay. So the rumor is around Charlotte. Okay. This is just a rumor, so please do not quote me on it if you are watching or listening. That it will be a 650 horsepower package at all tracks.
Yeah, you sent me that information a week or two ago, something like that. Yeah.
That is perfect.
I think that's amazing. That is exactly what we need. The only thing else is drop PJ1.
Yeah, drop the PJ1. I think you could add 50 more on the intermediates, but at the short tracks, 650. Because I think 750 is too much on the short tracks right now. Because like I feel like when I say that you really don't get to the speed that you need to get for the 750 to actually perform, it doesn't help. It doesn't fix it. Because when you max out the RPMs, that's when you know you're going to hit the brake. But I don't think they're even maxing out the RPMs, so they're just letting off the throttle and just tapping the brake, right? When you max out RPMs, that's when you hit the brake and you have to slow the car down. And I think this with the 650, that's going to help with a lot. But it's not going to cause what we saw in 2019 where you couldn't pass the short tracks. So I don't know that. But that's
Can't pass there.
2019.
Can't pass her.
That's Richmond. Can't pass her.
Can't pass her.
Like Gase and Smithley. Am I right?
Nothing like him.
Dude.
And a Hoff. Quinn Hoff has added himself to that list.
I think Eric Amarillo is there.
At least he kind of runs okay compared to them.
I mean,
he could beat them in a race.
Dude, he has won an All-Star Open. So, congrats.
And the Bud Shootout. So I mean,
dude,
he's got a little bit of a leg up.
NASCAR Hall of Fame is coming, baby.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I swear to goodness, if he ever makes it to the NASCAR Hall of Fame,
it's gonna be for Xfinity.
For what? He didn't do nothing there either.
He's gonna go back.
Oh, okay,
his first fucking win was Hamlin.
Yes.
That was Almirola's first true win, technically.
Well, he was gonna win that race. But
he would have won. He was mad fast.
The sponsor made him get out of the race.
Yeah. I know. But it's just mind blowing, you know. It's
what was the difference of him winning the race and Hamlin winning the race? I don't know.
Exactly. And to fly Hamlin all the way the fuck out there to run the last 100 laps or whatever the fuck it was, and then win anyway, which is great for them. But there wasn't no need for that. They were sponsoring Almirola too. Like, what's the point? He's in the lead. Leave him in there.
I have no idea.
I remember watching that live, and Almirola just heading straight to the garage, pissed off. I mean, I'd be pissed. Pull me out of the car so someone else can race for no freaking reason? Nah. Take that sponsorship, shove it up your ass. Go full on, what the fuck is his name? The 2 truck?
Sheldon Creed.
I don't know, went mind blank. I wanted to say Spencer Gallagher for some reason. I was like, that's not him. I did, ironically, I've been looking at this lately more. Whenever I look at the lineup for truck and Xfinity and so on, you know, it shows the owner of the car. I saw Spencer Gallagher owns one of the Gallagher cars. It's like, that's cool. I'm surprised that, I know, but I'm surprised that it shows all that. I feel like that's just getting a little too deep into financial information. They should just put it as GMS, you know, not Spencer Gallagher, Teresa Gallagher, you know, and so on. It's just, I feel like that's too deep.
Comes back.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, if it was me personally and I was owning this car, I mean, obviously, if it's your race team, then obviously you own it. But, you know, like in a situation of GMS where there's 3-4 different owners all within the family, obviously.
Yeah.
What's the point in even naming them? It's all GMS. You're all funding the same shit. Like, technically you might own that car, but does it really even matter?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's weird.
But anyway, Nashville.
Actually, we should start out with our SRX picks first, and then we get into
Oh,
the.
okay. Yeah.
SRX is going to Knoxville for the first dirt track of the series. Haley Deegan will be a guest driver. That's what she's called. So
As well as Scott Bloomquist.
Scott who?
Bloomquist. He's a dirt guy. What?
That's a cool ass name.
Oh, Bloomquist. Yeah. Kyle Busch had him run one of his trucks at Eldor. I think it was the second or third Eldor race that they had in the trucks.
Oh, okay, cool.
He had Scott Bloomquist run it, but yeah, he's a world renowned dirt guy. That's all I know really. I don't know much about his career, but I know he's a hell of a dirt track driver. And actually, I think that truck race that he ran, I think he was actually running like top 5, and then had like a suspension failure or some shit. So they ended up taking him out. But
sounds about right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, though SRX, it's dirt and Knoxville. I don't know how to think about that.
I don't know how the cars are going to run on dirt. It's going to be interesting to see because
I mean, the videos that I've seen, like, because they've done some testing and stuff previously. I mean, they look okay. They look good on dirt, but
it's interesting.
I don't know. They're big cars.
So who's going to win? Who's going to win?
Tony Stewart, no doubt.
Stat boy, who you got?
This is gonna sound stupid, but watch when we go to trucks. Haley Deegan.
No, I think
think about the social media. Think about the social media influence that would happen if she won
that. And Thomas picked Tony Stewart as well. My pick. I'm only doing this because I want Haley Deegan to win. But
I thought you were going to say I'm only doing this because I want to.
No, I think Haley Deegan actually has a really good shot. So here's why. Here's why. Actually, don't really have a good reason.
Exactly.
I really don't have a good reason.
I don't have a good reason for it either.
I think it should be cool to see, where she stacks up against, Stewart.
Right. I agree. I mean, it'd be cool to see her win. I think it would almost be a little bit of a failure on SRX part if she does win. No offense to her, but it would be. It's superstars going out there win. Race 1, you have a hometown boy win. Race 2, you have this new female driver win.
Yeah,
I think it'd almost be a little right. I know she is a superstar, but I think it'd be almost a little bit of a failure on SRX part. But it'd be cool for her to win. I just don't think she can. Being a new just driver, period, no matter what car you're in, I think it's going to be really tough getting in a brand new car like that, seeing how it drives for one, and then let alone going and racing against people like Stewart, Scott Bloomquist, he's a hell of a dirt track driver, and then a couple other not so bad dirt track drivers out there as well. That's a tough field, man. I don't know.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be tough. And like Stewart, I think it was 2 days after last week's race, he came out with a, comment or whatever and said, like, yo, beware, like, I'm here to win. Like, he literally warned all the other drivers racing SRX that he's not fucking around.
When is he ever?
Well, true. Shit, we saw him kill a guy a couple years ago, so.
I was getting ready to say he might fuck around and kill somebody again.
Bro, I saw a video, or I think it was the one you sent me, man. The one where, oh my god.
Put it out.
Yeah, yes. Put it. Oh.
All right, so now we're at the truck race this weekend on FS1, the only racing series on Fox Sports 1 the rest of the season. It is at 8 p.m. on Friday, Eastern Standard Time. Who's gonna have a bad run, or who's gonna suck? That's what I'm gonna say.
Uh, we'll go with Crafton. I don't think he's ever run there, to my knowledge. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm sure he probably has.
I'm sure
Actually,
he has.
yeah,
I mean, he's probably
he
been
has. He's been running for since like '05. So yeah, he's definitely run there. I'm gonna go Crafton. He don't seem to adapt well. So
You know who's going to suck after winning the XRX race? Haley Deegan.
She I mean, she just suck before and then go in.
before
Yeah, that, whatever. You know what I meant.
Thomas's bad, or who's gonna suck is Stuart Friesen.
no surprise.
And who's gonna suck? John Hunter Nemechek.
You're funny.
That's less believable than Haley Deegan winning.
For real.
All right, who needs a good run?
Good run. I'm gonna go with Raphael Lassard. He needs a good run.
That's
He's
good.
he's been a little bit of a downgrade from Chastain being in that truck. So
I think Chastain
Yeah.
isn't it?
Is he?
I don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
it's Chastain this week.
I didn't look at the lineup.
Well, then Chastain's going to suck for Mitch.
Actually, I think Chastain's gonna be damn good there because I don't. He's definitely never been there.
Well, like
I think he'll be decent.
so Chastain's gonna have a good run. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, so who needs a good run?
Tyler Ingram.
Okay, cool. He said, Thomas said Johnny Sauter because he's 44 points out of the playoffs. I'm going to say, ooh, I didn't know Ryan Preece was running.
What the fuck?
What truck?
The 17 for David Gillen.
Yeah, okay.
That
won't be bad. He'll have speed.
I'm going to say Grant Enfinger. Just because.
Because I love that answer.
And who's going to win the truck race at Nashville?
Or truck. For his, I think this will be his third win in a row, I believe.
Something like that, probably.
It's gonna be four truck.
Is that 21 or 3?
21.
Or
Zane
12.
Smith. Oh, it's inverted. You know that.
Zane Smith. That's a good pick. Thomas picked Willie B.
What? He's running truck?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't see that happening.
What truck?
Hendrick probably.
It's a 27 truck. I don't know who
Oh,
did it.
never mind. Paul Menard.
That's the one Briscoe ran.
Nah, because it's a Chevy. So
Oh. I'm thinking of Briscoe when he actually ran trucks. He won the Eldora race in the 27 truck.
I think we're gonna see a surprise winner this week. I think
Egan.
no. I think
Yeah, no, not there.
Hocevar is gonna win this weekend.
That's bold right there. That boy can't perform for shit.
Carson?
He had a decent run the other day.
Yeah, the other day. He's at top 5 speed pretty much the last couple of weeks.
Compared to John Hunter, though, it's saddening.
He's in a Nice versus a Kyle Busch Motorsports truck. I'm just like, yeah.
Let's see. William Byron is set to make his return to the Camping World Truck Series for the first time since 2016 in a partnership with Rackley War. Whatever the hell that is.
Is Harvick running the Xfinity race? I feel like he is, right?
Josh Berry's running the truck race.
Yeah, I knew that.
Xfinity. Let's see.
I feel like I saw a week or two ago that they said he was running, but I could be wrong.
I don't see him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not running.
Well, my suck pick for Xfinity. Going out on a big limb here. The 98. He's gonna suck. He don't perform at tracks he's been to, so why is he gonna perform at one that he hasn't?
He's gonna win this weekend. Watch.
That's my theory.
You know who's going to suck this weekend? As much as I hate to say it, Noah Gragson.
I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because I went like 3-4 straight weeks saying he's gonna suck, then finally said he's gonna do good, and he did good. So I didn't want to suck him up again.
Thomas said Brandon Brown. You know, you did one potato, I did the other.
Wait, why do you say that?
Brandon Brown's gonna suck. That's what he said.
Why did you say you said one potato, I did the other? Though?
No, I'm saying. No, hold on. I was trying to say.
I know where he's going.
You did one potato. Thomas did the other. I'm gonna just get the one that's baked. Michael Nett. He's gonna suck this weekend. Who needs a good run for Xfinity?
No surprise. Who needs a good run for Xfinity? I'm gonna go with Brandon Brown again. He's right there, man. They just need a little bit of push to really get him into that next level. I feel like right now his team is probably like a 3.8 star. If they could just figure out one little minor detail, it could shoot him up, and I feel like he could be a real contender week in, week out. I think he needs another good run, stack up some more money, put it back into the performance.
I thought he said Brandon Jones. That's what I was saying to the potato. Brandon Brown is a good driver, so forget what I just said.
That's why I was confused. I was like, what?
Yeah, Brandon Brown's a good driver. Sorry, I was thinking of Brandon Jones. I apologize. Who needs a good run? For you, Stat Boy.
Michael and Nett.
After his suck pick. Yeah, he always needs a good run.
And actually,
needs to run.
Before we go on, did y'all know that Landon Castle is getting paid in cryptocurrency now?
What?
Landon Castle is getting paid in cryptocurrency for the rest of Xfinity.
Why?
Will be the first NASCAR driver paid entirely in cryptocurrency in a sponsorship deal with Voyager that begins at Nashville Superspeedway this weekend. A 19-race deal.
Congratulations. Landon Castle's made it, boys.
Yes, if that's what you call it. I mean,
Thomas,
good for him.
Thomas said Noah Gragson needs a good run. I'm gonna go out of the limb here. Tommy Joe Martins needs a good run. I swear that man has the worst luck in the world.
It's not luck, man. They just can't freaking put on the tire right or something.
Dude, I swear Tommy Joe Martins is such a good guy, right? Like he builds his own race cars. They go to the track. They can run top 15, and something stupid happens to him, right? And then, I feel bad for the guy, but
on a quick tangent, real quick, excluding the Kevin LePage Dega moment or Daytona, whichever one, but excluding that, what is the quote unquote stupidest moment you've seen in NASCAR?
Recently, Quinn Houff. Back in the day.
Which Quinn Houff?
Texas.
I'm talking.
He went from the top lane to go to the pit road.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember that. Yeah, that was stupid.
I'm gonna have to say. Oh man, this sucks.
I don't even know, honestly.
I'm gonna go with New Hampshire when the 15 lap car wrecked Logano. I'm gonna go with that. That was pretty freaking stupid. Oh, it was great. Don't get me wrong, but in terms of something stupid happening, that was one of them.
Actually, I'm gonna have a Logano moment here. when he punted Matt Kenseth for blocking at Kansas for no reason.
I mean, realistically, though, if the same situation happened today, would you see any different result?
Yes.
I disagree. I think if someone pulled that same move, I think they'd be moved.
Here's the difference. Logano pulls that move that he got mad at.
Right.
So I'm saying that's the biggest bonehead move I've seen in a while.
I can see that.
Because that's what cost him the 2015 championship.
Or you could go NASCAR not throwing the caution when Danica was basically on fire in the middle of the track.
What was that?
Leaking oil. She was leaking oil. I don't remember.
Are you talking about a Phoenix? That was a massive wreck too, man. That was massive. I remember watching Kevin sliding off the floor because of all the oil, and then the whole field crashing behind him.
Another good bonehead move happened at Sonoma where not Ryan Priest. It was it Ryan Priest?
Yeah, Ryan Priest. Or no.
Yeah, it was Ryan Priest.
Was it Ryan Priest?
Yeah, because he came back onto the racetrack in front of Cody Ware.
That was Priest?
Yeah, it was Priest.
I thought it was someone stupider than Priest. Maybe not.
Hey, he hit that wall pretty hard last year at Kansas.
He's still, yeah, I was going to say, he's probably still a little shooken up from it.
Yeah, it probably is.
It's like a whole fucking year. Wait, I thought that was Kentucky, though, not Kansas.
It was Kansas.
AK, same thing.
It was Kansas.
That was Kentucky.
Who cares? Kentucky's not on the schedule.
Who is going to win at Nashville for Xfinity?
Mitchell.
I'm thinking. I didn't get a chance to look at this stuff, so I'm thinking. I'm going Noah Gragson. No, wait. What time is the race?
Oh, I didn't even get into that. I apologize, guys.
Yeah, I want to know what time the race is.
It is Saturday at 3:30.
3:30. I'm going to go Noah Gragson. He's going to be the winner. I feel like they're going to rip that top on the long run. Not the wall, but top lane.
Probably the obvious answer.
Yeah.
Probably the obvious answer right here, but I'm going to go Kyle Busch. And Brexton's going to smash the guitar.
I think if Busch wins it, he's not smashing the guitar again.
No, that's the one. He's not. Brexton is.
Not for his 100th win.
Oh, that's true, too. Definitely not for the 100th win. Nope. I think that guitar would be signed by everyone on Joe Gibbs and auctioned off.
Thomas said Kyle Busch is the Xfinity winner as well. I'm going to go a different route here. Tyler Reddick is going to win in the Jordan Anderson racing team.
I could see it.
You're just going bold today, aren't you?
Bad.
I am going bold. Wait till my cup pick.
Oh, God.
I can see it. That's not a bad pick.
I hope this weekend's as fun as that thing is going to be. All right. Now we're into the Cup race. It is 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is on NBCSN as well as Xfinity. Why didn't we put Nashville on NBC?
What?
Why is it not on NBC?
It's on NBCSN.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dude.
What's going on this weekend?
Missed opportunity, man. They don't care, and it sucks that they don't care.
We could have literally had a 5 million viewership race because it's in Nashville.
Yeah.
What time is it for?
Nah.
What?
What time is the race for?
3:30 East EST.
East.
I was trying to say Eastern Standard Time, but I don't know EST. Fuck it.
It's not gonna let me go down that far. Fuck.
Dude, I clicked on the Cup entry list. I was like, oh, dude, Brad's racing and Harvick's racing. I was like, oh fuck, because it's a Cup.
What? The whole field's out there, man.
Dude, I don't know why.
That's gonna be a hell of a qualifying session.
Oh, We do have practice to qualify this week. Hell yeah.
Yep.
I'm so happy. That makes
Me
me
too,
excited.
man. Well, I love it.
Oh, and qualifying's on Sunday, and I get to watch it live because it's right before
Oh,
the
is it
race.
on Sunday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it doesn't rain. It's supposed to.
Truck
But
practice is tomorrow too. Qualifying.
beautiful. Beautiful scenes.
Is
Glorious emotion.
Is the race got rain or just qualifying?
The whole day.
Bro, don't tell me that, man.
Yeah, it's not looking good. But
Sucks.
hold on. Actually, the track has lights. Okay.
Yeah, they got lights.
And like, it's like 50% chance for the day, and it gets 30% at night. So like, it gets less and less throughout the day.
Well, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
We'll get the race in. I truly believe we will.
Hopefully.
And honestly, I hope we go in tonight. I love night races anyway, so.
Same. And that's a great track for night racing.
It's so beautiful.
It really is.
Oh my gosh.
It really is.
But I kind of want to see them slip and slide in the heat. I do.
I agree.
I do want to see them do that, but that's beside the point. Who is going to suck in your Cup debut at Nashville?
Almola. In case you guys weren't aware.
How are you going to turn the 2021 champion that way?
Kurt Busch, as much as I hate it for him, he's going to suck.
Thomas said Matty D is going to suck this weekend. Wow.
I could see that.
I can see it.
You know who's going to suck this weekend?
Chase Elliott.
Quinn Hoff.
Well, I mean, without saying the obvious.
Almirola.
I think Denny Hammond is going to suck this weekend.
I almost went with him, man.
And here's why. That dude sucks at Dover. And it's a concrete track.
And it's similar, too. It drives very similar.
Yeah. Dude's going to be awful. I hope, at least. But,
Yeah.
who needs a good run?
Everyone. That's not the 5-car.
I'm Brett Keselowski.
I'm gonna go with Harvick. Harvick needs a good run, obviously. I mean, he's been right there, but if he doesn't win, he needs to keep stacking points. So he needs a good run.
Thomas said Kurt Busch needs a good run.
He does.
I'm gonna go with his teammate actually, and Ross Chastain. And not saying that he's not gonna have a good run, but I think that he could point his way into the playoffs if he starts right.
I could see it.
If there's spots to point in, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 5-car is kind of flipping the script on us right now, so
I know.
there might be spots, you know.
I'm gonna go Austin Dillon.
For your needs a win or
No, good run.
Oh, okay.
Well, he needs to win too, but
Well, that's what I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say.
yeah.
That's the end of the season.
Awesome. Well, who's gonna win this weekend at Nashville for its Cup?
What did Thomas pick for good run?
Kurt Busch.
Oh, yeah, okay. Who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win?
Kevin Harvick, man. Excluding Keselowski, Kevin Harvick is the most recent Xfinity Series winner there.
Did you just say he needs a good run?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna get it by winning.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure I was right on that.
No, I feel like I mean obviously Busch is gonna be strong there. He's strong everywhere, obviously, and he's won there as well. But I feel like Harvick's gonna be pretty good. I feel like they have a pretty good notebook going in, and they're gonna make it happen. And sadly, it's probably gonna be their only win of the year.
Good pick.
You know who's going to get their only win of the year?
Who?
Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Denny Hamlin's trash, bro. He don't even know which way to go around that track.
He's gonna go backwards on the first lap. He's literally gonna stop and just turn around.
I think he actually has a win there, though.
Probably does.
I believe.
Your Cup winner from Thomas is Kyle Busch. He has him sweeping the weekend. That's interesting.
Wow, he does, yeah.
Who's gonna win at Nashville?
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
I said this weekend I was gonna be crazy with my picks. Trackhouse is gonna get their first win in the Cup Series this weekend. Daniel Suarez.
Oh God.
That's bold. I felt like me going with Trackhouse for Bristol was bold, but that's freaking bold.
Well, he finished 8th at Dover, and if the caution didn't come out, I feel like it would have been a lot higher.
I agree.
Because his first one will be on a road course.
I disagree, but I don't think it's coming at Nashville. I think that's going to be a track where the experience is really going to pay off.
Oh, I truly believe. I'm just pulling it out of my ass this week.
I know, but I'm just spitting facts.
Spitting facts, yo.
Spitting facts, bro.
What the fuck?
Do y'all have anything to add? I know we want to talk about. I know we want to say, make sure you please like, comment, subscribe. So we'll say that, of course. But do you have anything to add as well?
Not really, no. Looking forward to the racing. Looking forward to the second SRX race. The return to Nashville, that's huge. And obviously Nashville, that's huge for them in the area. As well as the sport. I feel like Nashville's just feels like it should be a place on the map, especially with moving the champion ceremony thing to Nashville. Like, why are we not racing there? So I'm excited.
Honestly, I eventually can see that being a championship race.
I could see it. I feel like that'd be a decent track for it too.
I think it should rotate every year.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree with that as well.
As the best drivers, you should know the tracks.
Absolutely.
If we keep the format, we should rotate the track. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree, because going from one year to the next, it could be a whole freaking different world of who's going to win just because of the order of the tracks and where we go,
I know it's never going to happen, but give me a Talladega championship, please.
The only thing...
You know how fun that would be?
What were you going to say? Because I'm...
honestly, it's going to happen eventually.
I agree. I think that will happen eventually.
In our lifetime, please. That's all I need.
In our lifetime.
I think we're going to see Daytona first, but...
Yeah.
Daytona 500 championship.
Could you imagine that, though, having Daytona and then going the entire season without the other Daytona race?
That'd be so weird. I mean, it already feels weird that we're not going there for,
July.
Right?
Right. It's weird.
Traditions, man. We should keep them.
For real. The only thing that I don't like about Nashville is they don't hold a lot of seats. There's not a lot of seating there.
So they.
It's not bad, seating. But yeah, I know they added, but it's not still a ton.
Yeah, it's only 35K.
That's low. That's really low.
But
compared to a lot of tracks.
But if you think about it, that means on TV it's gonna look good. Okay.
Oh, I know, especially because it's sold out. They're gonna look packed. It's gonna look great. But I know there's not much happening.
I think trash should go lower capacity. Besides, of course,
I agree.
And Daytona, because they get sold out with 80. I mean, Daytona is literally 110,000 people that could seat. That's not even counting the infield. So,
right.
And they get sold out every year.
Right.
Right.
I agree. They should stay with them high numbers for those, but I think a lot of because they're kind of back on that short track movement and such. And I know Nashville ain't a short track, but I think we're going to see more and more short tracks maybe kind of start popping up. Going back to the roots, right? If we do go to some random tracks, like just in theory, I'm not saying we should, but say we go to New Smyrna, super short track, local track, but the problem is it probably holds maybe 10,000, maybe, and that's really freaking stretching it, I think. And I feel like a lot of places are like that. So it's like that's kind of the issue with them is, I mean, yeah, it's going to be great. They're going to sell out quick as hell, and it's going to look great for TV, but they're not making money.
Well, so the tracks. So I'm glad that you say that because the tracks actually don't make the money from the ticket sales.
Right.
They all their money that they get is from, of course, their concessions. Okay, but it's mostly from the TV deal itself. So when the TV deal goes in NASCAR, NASCAR pays the track.
To basically rent the venue out.
Correct. So the ticket sale actually goes to NASCAR.
To NASCAR, right. Which I already knew that. It typically, I don't know if it kind of is the way it is now, but I know back in the day that was typically the winner's purse was the ticket sales.
Yes, and well, now of course we got
I'm sure that's different, right? Yeah, it's a little different now, but
so Dale Jr. did say something about a year ago with betting on the winners, right? So back in Charlotte, they used to have like boxes with the driver's name on it. Okay. Like back in the 60s. Sorry, I'm sorry, I yawned.
I did the same thing.
Back in the 60s, and you would bet on the driver that you want to win. And so every person would just go out there and put $1 in of that person. Well, if that driver won, they get to pick up their box. And that is extra money that they earned because of that. I think for
what should be like $4?
Yeah, I mean, if you're an underdog, it'd be $4, right?
$5.
But if you're ready, you're gonna have $100. Just extra.
Right.
Just sit there.
Right.
But if we did that now with like the All-Star race, like let's say you just go up there, and not only do you get $1 million, but like you get to get your own box. And if you're Chase Elliott, you're going for that shit as fast as like because like you know that you're gonna have a bigger prize at the end of the day, and the rest of the money goes to paying out for the food that track spent for the food, So
right.
I don't know that I feel like that'd be a really cool thing for the All-Star race moving forward.
Yeah. I think we would also have to be a little more. I mean, I know we're pretty much out of COVID, but I think we'd have to be a little further along the lines, COVID-wise, for that to happen. But, yeah. I mean, it could be as soon as next year,
I mean, yeah.
But
anyways, you're going to get that because, woo.
Shit, you're making me yawn, bro.
I know.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm sorry. Well, that's all I got for you. This is episode 10. Please make sure if you're listening and watching later, even now, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what we need to fix. Tell us what you enjoyed. We enjoy constructive criticism, so please let us know
Absolutely.
What we can fix and do things like that. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all got anything to say?
No, it's been fun. Looking forward to the week of racing, and have a good weekend, everyone.
Yep.
All right, send it.